So greetings, this is Kevin Jefferson, founder of the Forex Fam and followmytrades.com. Here wanting to share with you a little bit more about the cash flow system that we use to help business owners build cash flow by 70 to 80% year over year so that they can do that without adding employees or overhead or other headaches associated with business normally, and they can live their best life without sacrificing their standard of living. And so with that, I wanted to conduct these maybe bi-weekly updates of the cash flow system. And what you're going to see is let's say an example of the cash flow that a business owner might earn in a year. So let's say it takes you, X amount of hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to create $100,000 in income, say that's your net, profit or cash flow from your business. So in some instances, it may take you $300,000 to produce $100,000. So that's very cash flow intensive. And that could be, by the way of salaries, by the way of, sales and the cost of selling things and the cost of making things and the cost of distributing things or whatever that is, all the normal things that you associate with having a business and producing cash flow in addition to all the human characteristics. So what this system is designed to do is to take maybe that cash flow, that 100,000 in cash flow, and produce 70 to 80,000 off of that year over year. Now, they can compound it if they choose to, or they can just do that as a flat cash flow interest earning type situation, so that it's something that's in addition to their business. So it's not that they're, ending their business and just doing straight cash flow building. They're actually building cash flow and a fraction of the time that they're doing it with their business with less resources. And so that's really the premise of the cash flow system. And to do that, working with us as lifetime members of the Forex Fam, that's what we teach. So anyway, I'm going to share these stats, and just bear in mind that I've only been running this analysis for about a month. So we'll get into that in a second. We'll kind of see what the numbers share. So let me try to share my screen here, and we'll get started. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, you should see this now. Let me move this. And all right, so this is the Forex Fam Platinum Lifetime Membership. So if you're trading with me as a Platinum member of the Forex Fam, what happens is you actually, get this trade sent to you just like you do as a lifetime member, but I actually help you navigate inside this group with the trade. So I'm actually trading for you as an add-on. So that's the difference. I help you navigate as a lifetime member, but as a Platinum Lifetime member, I actually will trade an account on your behalf for a period of time while you're learning how to trade. And then, so this is what it would look like if you had done that. So let's say if you're a business owner, you weren't quite comfortable with scaling your income yourself, you want to be a Platinum Lifetime member. And so that way we help you scale it on your behalf while you're learning how to trade on your own. These are the numbers that you would set based on the time that we started. So let's say that August 18th, which is where we started this, this outlook, your cash flow would have grown by the tune of 12.41% as of today, September 24th, 2021. So that's about 5 weeks. About 5 weeks, a little bit over a month. Your absolute gain would be 12.41%. So on an average monthly basis, because we're a little bit over a month, it shows that we're earning about 9.71% per month. And the daily average is 0.32. And then the drawdown is the amount of risk that we're taking, or how much the account is declining in value on the way to getting those returns. So it's really like literally almost a more than 2-to-1 risk return ratio, looking at this risk reward ratio, looking at this. So the account has only dropped by 4%. So that means we're using very responsible risk management, and we're getting, really interesting results. So the balance right now is 112,409.75. And then the equity is currently 110,789.72. So that means I've got a couple trades here that are in the negative right now, that they're floating out there. And if I close the account right now, the account would drop, balance would drop to that number. The highest it's been is 112,409.75. So we're at the high account balance as of today. And total profits are 12. These are closed trades, closed out positions. So we have 12,409.75. And the interest that we paid for holding those assets at the close of business is $122.51 with $100,000 deposit. And this was just updated. So you can see the equity curve here. It's just kind of smoothly growing up here. And let's get down and look at the numbers. So the total gain, as we said, is 12.41% since we started this analysis in August of 18. Today, we closed out positions earning 1.68%. This week, we're up 2.8%. And for the month, we're up 3.94% for the month. So my goal is to earn 5 to 7% per month ongoing in the cash flow system. So that's what we're trying to aim for. And that's really what our target is. The total number of trades that we've taken thus far is 58 trades to produce those results. So that's, maybe a little, actually less than a trade a day, because we're just into it about a month, and every day you can't trade. You can't trade, Saturdays and so on and so forth. So we're at 58 trades, which is really good. I remember our win ratio was, I think, 55% the last time we checked when we started this and checked the results. And I think right now the win rate is 66%. So what I did was took the winning percentage for the longs, which is when I bought a position, and then the winning percentage for the shorts is when I sold a position and locked in the profit, and being that they're basically about equal, just divide that by 2, and I got 66% is my win rate. So the win rate is going up, which means my trade selection is actually increasing and getting better. And that's about a 20% increase from when I checked it last. Profit factor, we talked about that. Let me get back to that in a second. The profit factor shows how many times the gross profit, the sum of all winning trades, exceeds the gross loss of all trades. So the higher the value, the better. Standard deviation is dropped. It was a little over $1,000 last. So that means that my shot group is getting a little tighter. That means the trade quality is increasing. Sharp ratio is if you iterated your investment approach. If that number is positive, that you should expect that your account will grow in value. So any positive number here means that compounded over time, that your account should grow in value. This is the risk of ruin, I believe. Yeah, it's calculating the ability of a trading system to generate wins and losses. So yeah, it basically, is letting you know if you can actually be profitable with this system. I'm looking for something specific. We're expecting to earn 12.9 pips on average per trade. And this is the worst trade we had was minus 1,000. The best trade we had was plus 4,269.77. And average trade length is 3 days. So we about every 3 days trades close out. And this is what I'm looking for, the risk of ruin. So I like to go here because this is kind of a barometer of how well we're managing risk. So if the probability of losing 100% of this account is still less than 0.01, you'd have to have 200, or I would have to have, or we would have to have 227 consecutive losing trades for this system to fail. For it to lose 50% is still less than a 0.01% chance. We'd have to lose 113, which is basically half of that. And then even for this system to drop by 10%, it has a less than 0.01% chance of dropping by that amount. I would have to lose 23 consecutive positions for that to happen. So that's not set up. That's really good. Just to kind of let you know that this system is responsible and is actually aware of what it takes to grow the cash flow without actually putting a lot of risk out there on the table. The trade length being 3 days, I want to speak to that because a lot of people believe that when you hear trading, that you're sitting in front of a computer and you're managing trades and you're kind of like a stock jockey or whatever, and you're hustling, your heart rate is high, and that's really the worst conditions, in my opinion, under which to actually do anything that's not maybe a sport or something. And so we take positions at certain times, and they're set up for us to set them and walk away from them so that we can live our lives, we can run our businesses, we can do whatever it is that we need to do. And then, as time plays out, they pay us out, or we check them and we close them out or whatever. And so I want you to, really be mindful that the average trade that we take, it lasts for 3 days. So we're not trading all these days. This is less than 60 trades over the course of 5 weeks, more than a month. We haven't even closed 60 trades out. Or taking 60 trades. So that, I want you to know that this is not about loading up on positions and kind of hovering and watching your phone and doing all this stuff. This is a responsible way to build cash flow as a business owner, because that's really what it's all about, is increasing shareholder value, which you're the number one shareholder value of the business called You Incorporated. So whether you own a business or you're a highly paid professional or whatever, you still owe it to You Incorporated to be able to scale your cash flow without adding overhead, without adding employees and other stress associated with business. So now the numbers for August obviously didn't change. So it's 8.15% was the August number, which is basically 2 weeks in August. And September, which is where we are now, we're currently at a positive 3.94%. So we're not quite at 5%, but the net average is still above 5, which is kind of keeps us in range of what I want us to be earning every month to build our cash flow to the tune of 70 to 80% year over year. So just wanted to share these numbers with you. Let me see if I missed anything. I kept myself a little note just because I'm not afraid to remind myself, that way I don't have to think of so many things. I think I hit everything except for maybe what does this mean to you? So this means that if you are a business owner, or if you're looking for a way to scale cash flow and earn the same level or maybe greater cash flow than you are in your business without putting cash flow intensive activities in the way. If you're in real estate and you flip houses or you do something in the real estate space, but you've got to go and put all this money into a property or whatever that looks like. I don't do that, but put your money into this asset and then wait a period of time. And then you've got all the factor of all the people that are involved in the business along the way and all of those things that can go wrong. And, in manufacturing, now you got supply chain issues. And so now your success is more dependent on other people's ability to get you what you need to even create the income to produce the cash flow. So all the stress and the headaches to create, this cash flow every year. How about having a way to actually create that level of cash flow or greater every year with a lot less headache, a lot less cash sensitivity? It's not as cash intensive, and a lot less of the stress that you're going to be dealing with probably over the next year or two, because we're probably going to be entering into a recession here by this time next year. And it's going to be rougher. And so you want to put yourself in position when things are going well, so that when things are not going well, you're already in position to execute, or you're further ahead on the game plan that you had already set out. So that's all I wanted to share with you. I hope this was helpful. And if you want to join us as a member of the Forex fam, go to fmtrades.com. We got a cash flow study there. Click that button, see what I have to say about what successful entrepreneurs do and what they have that you can take advantage of to help scale your business and help yourself become more successful in the ways that you want as well. Again, fmtrades.com. This is Kevin Jefferson, and happy trading.